guys, Elledani here, and today I want to talk about my brand new Shark Vertebrae Plugs. These are literally made from the vertebrae of a shark. I wish I knew what species of shark it was, but truthfully it just now dawned on me to even think about that. So I'll definitely try to find that out and put the species of shark that it is if the artist is aware of it. These are from Poking Dead Things, which you probably hear me talk about a lot, whether that be here on my social media. We are actually really good friends with the owner of Poking Dead Things. She is one of the most creative and talented people that I've ever met. She literally gets these shark vertebrae and she sands them down into plugs, which I think is super cool. My ears are 1 inch, so that's 25 millimeters. I think that's the highest size she does. She might have 30 millimeter to it, but I'm not entirely sure. I will find that out as well, and I'll put the sizes. I think these run from 25 to 30 bucks, which this is such a unique piece. It's so worth it. I did just put these in today. If you are faint of heart, this is probably not for you. So you can actually see the notches in the vertebra, and it is concave. The rings on it are also really cool. And I typically shy away from anything with the cutout, only because I don't know how my ears would react to it. They are very light. They almost feel hollow in a sense, which they are. I mean, it's bone and you can see how deep the cuts are. I probably wouldn't sleep in them. I probably wouldn't shower in them. I just tend to be really hard on natural plugs and I would hate to have anything happen to them. I would rather just put them in for when I need them. I really have to sleep in screw tunnels in general. Anything that just has a flare comes out in my sleep and ends up being problematic. So I wouldn't sleep in them anyways, but just to wear for the day though, they're perfect and they are so cool. So I will link her website down below. I had these shipped and I think they got to me in like 3 days. You can't quote that because shipping is so difficult lately, but I have faith it wouldn't take long to get them. So definitely check those out. While I'm here, I'm going to show you one other thing. Currently, she has a lot of really amazing octopus pieces. That she puts into globes. Now, this is not an octopus. This is a rose hair tarantula. And this was actually my first tarantula. She is what got me over my fear of spiders. I mean, at one point I was terrified of spiders in general, let alone tarantulas. And now I work with hundreds at any given time. So she was really, really special to me. When she passed, Morgana had asked if she could have her. She actually asked if we had any spiders, and we did actually happen to have her frozen until we could do something with her, which I know that sounds weird. A lot of exotic keepers do that when an animal passes. They go in the freezer and are kept until they can be buried or get cremated, or a lot of people try to do something to honor them, such as this. However, so yeah, that is Gaia. She has a piece of desert rose in there, which was actually in her cage with her. And then I literally cried when I saw this. Don't know if you can see it on there, but it says, the plate says Gaia. So yeah, Gaia was super special. What really did it for me in terms of a tarantula, even being afraid of spiders, I wasn't going to like hate anything in my house, to be honest with you. I'm just not that kind of person. We got her because he had really wanted another one. He had tarantulas when he was a kid. You know, it was just such a small, inexpensive pet. It was just so feasible. It wasn't something that I could just turn down for no reason if it was something he really needed to make him happy. So we did get her. I had this little like plastic rose. It was like black with purple on it. Because she's a rose hair, I thought, oh, how cute. Put it in her cage. This turned out to be one of the most entertaining things. What she did is every few days she would literally take this rose and pick it up and move it across the cage and then web it down, and then a few days later she would pull it back up and rip it up and re-web it. And it was almost like she would get frustrated with where she had it, and she would pretty forcefully remove it from the place that it was webbed into and move it to where she wanted it and get it in place. I've actually heard of dozens of rose hair keepers that do actually give either ping pong balls or golf balls or even like small stones that their rose hairs tend to play with, for lack of a better word. play is a really difficult word, but in captivity, play is typically something that would mimic wild behaviors for practice or entertainment. Rosehair are hard to breed in captivity because when they have an egg sac, they will roll it up and down their burrow, which makes them very hard to breed in captivity because it's very hard to emulate that burrow. Most rosehair you do see in the pet trade are wild caught, which she was already an adult when we got her, and we got her probably 7 years ago, so I have no doubt that she was wild caught at some point in time. She was a long-term captive, and then a kid couldn't keep her. Anyways, though, even moving things, they may move things in and out of burrows. Being able to move things around would emulate a wild behavior, and when they're doing it for entertainment, for enrichment, that's where we could almost call it play. It's not play in the same sense that we would think of a mammal playing, but it's still definitely kind of there. Now that I've gone off on a rant, so yes, Morgana did make this. It's one of the most special memorials for anything, especially just what an important animal this was to me. And again, it would be weird if it was a dog. I'm not negating that, but it is a little bit different, especially inverts that are not quite the same relationship. It's really common to mount or somehow taxiderm your inverts and when they pass. She was so special that it was, like I said, it was just such a beautiful gesture when I actually saw what Morgana had put together. And even if you don't have a reason for it, she's putting squids in these things, and I think she's doing some other things. I will put pictures of those in this video. And again, the link to her online store. And then she does also have a store that's basically like an artisan collective in Ypsilanti, Michigan, where a bunch of different artists display their wares, basically. It's a really cool, unique little shop. It's in a strip in downtown Ypsi with a bunch of little cool, unique shops. So if that's your thing, it's really worth checking out. I do have a video coming that will showcase Twisted Things, which is the shop, and then I do also have a video coming that will showcase our entire Poking Dead Things collection, which is quite a lot. We've been collecting for a really long time. Basically, we met them at a festival and stalked their table all weekend and grew to be friends. Now we are super good friends, and we still are huge collectors and love all of their stuff. So if you're into this kind of thing, I definitely recommend you check it out. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of my collection as much as I do. Definitely more to come. Make sure you subscribe, like, hit that bell to make sure you don't miss anything, and I will see you next time.